What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Manor Road Studio, home of the Alive podcast. My name is Dale, and before we get started, hit that subscribe button about right there and give me a thumbs up if you don't mind. And I'd love to have any comments you've got, any topics you want me to discuss, anything that we can do. And for those of you that don't know, this is totally ad lib, 100% raw. I never do retakes and I never edit. So that's kind of the beauty of this podcast, is it really is what you see is what you get. I have the ALIVE thing put on the wall over here. You can't see it, but ALIVE is an acronym for Authentic, Love, Imagination, Victor, and Evolve. Hanging out over here on the other side of the wall, I've got a sign that says, when you feel like quitting, remember why you started. And also, I was looking through my memories on Facebook today, and sometime, it looks like about 5 years ago, I wrote this quote. It said, most people are so consumed with doubt that they lack the ability to believe in themselves. Now, I want to share a little story with you. It's a story I've shared many, many times, but it's always worth repeating, even if you've heard it before. Once upon a time, there was this logger, and he was looking for a job. So he happened upon a logging site, axe in hand. He finds the foreman and says, hey, man, I need a job. I got my axe. I'm ready to go, and I'm the best you've ever seen. Foreman says, hey, brother, get out there, chop down some trees, come see me at the end of the day, and we'll settle up. At the end of the day, the logger comes to the foreman and says, I chopped down 18 trees. Logger says, no way. My best man can only chop down about 5 or 6 a day. Well, the foreman went out and sure enough confirmed the fact that the logger chopped down 18 trees. And he was like, man, this guy is good. Next day, the old logger came back, went out there to work again. At the end of the day, he comes up to the foreman. And the foreman says, well, what'd you do today? He said, well, cut down 14 trees. Then the next day it was 8, then 4. Then one day at the end of the day, the logger came up to the foreman and says, man, I've only cut down 1 tree today. I guess I just don't have it anymore. And the foreman sat back and said, let me ask you something. When was the last time you sharpened your axe? And the logger sat there and he goes, man, I ain't got time to sharpen my axe. I got trees to cut down. I hope you're getting the gist of the story. When was the last time you stopped long enough to sharpen your axe, get rejuvenated, get fired back up about life, be a better employee, be a better leader, be a better husband, be a better mother, father, wife, be a better parent, be the best you can be. But the only way you can do that is when you stop long enough to sharpen your axe. So many people say, man, I just don't have time. I can't get enough done as it is now. Well, sometimes you've got to move the trash out of your life. You got to go through the weeds to get to the flowers. But so much in life, we're consumed by the weeds. They claw at us, they grab us, they make us scratch, they itch, they infect. And before you know it, you never see the beauty of the flowers anymore. Before you know it, your life's out of control. You're depressed. You're angry. There's an old saying that says most people die at the age of 25. We just don't bury them until they're old. I hope that you're not a member of the Walking Dead. I hope you're living your life to the fullest you possibly can. If you're not, I invite you to take stock of all the things that create any kind of division or bitterness in your life. It may be ideologies that you cling to, but when you sit back and look at them, do they hold up to the litmus test? Are they really worth the division that's been created by you clinging to them? You know what I'm talking about. You're always one decision away from a totally different life. And you know exactly what that decision is, don't you? Well, I'm challenging you today to stop. Just stop dead in your tracks. No matter how busy you are, take a minute to look around. Do an inventory of your life. Look at what's valuable versus what isn't so valuable. And look at the one you give most of your time and energy to. I hope you'll find out that life really is worth living when you stop long enough to sharpen your axe. All right, that's the Alive podcast for today. Again, my name is Dale, and if you hadn't already done it, please hit that subscribe button. Share this podcast with your family and friends. It's always my goal every day that I do a podcast to bring up topics that can elevate your life or at least make you think. I don't have topics that are necessarily off limits, so if you have something you want me to discuss, by all means, leave me a comment. Love to hear from you. Find me on Facebook, Dale Childress. Send me a friend request, follow me, send me a message. But until tomorrow, let's keep living alive.